Goers, I'm Ian Westerbeck, and welcome to this week's episode of Campus Update. The workload of a high schooler can be a lot to take on, and without proper time management skills, things can get really stressful really quickly. We sent Josie to talk to Mrs. Young about some ways students can have more control over their daily schedules and better manage their time.
To help with time management, the first thing always I would say to anyone is you need to know the end result and what needs to be done and work backward. But I think what's really important is for students to know how they work best and in what environment and situation. Some people get more done when they have a lot to do. Other people get more done when they just break it up. So even knowing how a person works needs to be considered in order to manage the time. So some ways for students to be successful when it comes to academics, and then I think with academics is also just their stress level in general, is to really know how they learn best and know how they work best. I have different protocols or different kind of outlines of time management sheets that maybe work. One's more of a spatial and the other one's more of a list, depending on what works best for students. So I'm available in the lounge, which is the former faculty dining room. It's open 0 period Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We have tutors in here available during lunch until 4 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then Monday afternoons, if you kind of want to plan for the week, we're available from lunch to 6th period. So you can pop in at lunch, and then if you don't have a 5th or 6th period and you want to just come in and touch base and plan your week, I'm here to help with that. I'm also here if you want to figure out what kind of learner you are.
Thanks, Josie. Managing time with a busy schedule can be a really stressful thing, and all that stress can make a guy hungry. That's why Drake went to Honeymee in Garden Grove, a dessert shop chain with multiple locations in Southern California, in this episode of HB Bites.
Honeymee is a honey-based dessert chain located throughout Orange County and Los Angeles County and has a wide variety of desserts. They serve soft-serve ice cream with honey, as well as shakes with honey. They serve coffee, tea, and waffles as well. Honey has many benefits. It contains many antioxidants, it can lower cholesterol, it releases melatonin in the brain, and it is a natural energy source. The benefits are endless. We went to Honeymee Garden Grove to check it out.
Well, today I ordered the Sweetie, which is a mixture of vanilla ice cream and a whole lot of honey. What I like about Honeymee is that they add honey to everything, so it's like you get a whole bunch of varieties of honey. Like they have honey shakes, honey ice cream, honey on waffles.
I think it has a unique twist on ice cream. I like the incorporation of honey. I didn't know that honey and ice cream go really well together, but I guess they do. I would recommend it to a friend. I think because it's so different, and like I know that when they first came out, they had like the pieces of honeycomb in it, right? And I thought that was really cool. Like I would want to try that.
Well, this is my first time here, and I just thought it was like really nice and clean and very open. You know, they took something and they made it different and added like a good element to it. The vibe that I get here is very like open and kind of chill and very like clean, which I really like.
So, make sure to go check out Honeymee on the corner of Westminster and Brookhurst in Garden Grove.
Honeymee, oh my. Wow, that was bad. But you know what's good? Leading a clean and moral life. Here's Hayden with Red Ribbon Week.
Your future is key, so stay drug-free is the theme of this year's Red Ribbon Week. Organized by our school's Friday Night Live Club, Red Ribbon Week's purpose is to promote a safe, healthy, and drug-free life. With theme days such as Team Up Against Drugs and Peace Out to Drugs, among others, Friday Night Live has lined up a great week for us all. We went in and spoke to one of the co-presidents of Friday Night Live for a look into what students should take away from Red Ribbon Week.
The biggest takeaway students can get out of Red Ribbon Week is just being mindful of their actions. Necessarily, you're not going to be able to stop kids from doing substance abuse and like being peer pressured, but I think it's just important that students become aware of the mindfulness of their actions and their friends' actions, because those consequences don't just affect themselves, but it affects the people who are in their lives as well. As you know, from last year, we did every 15 minutes, and it really portrays how a lot of students or people in general who get into drinking and driving accidents, that doesn't just affect the victims who've been in the accident itself, but it also affects the families and the people who love them around them as well.
Red Ribbon Week has a message as important as it is fun: to stay drug-free and be the best you can be.
Thanks, Hayden. Sounds awesome. Speaking of sound, I sat down with another local band called Orbit Symphony. They're a psychedelic rock band made up entirely of HBHS alumni.
When does it happen?
We're Orbit Symphony. I'm Julian. I play guitar and sing.
And I'm Anson. I play bass. I really love the Grateful Dead and Jefferson Airplane. Very classic 60s rock. We got a metal drummer, you know. Got some psychedelic bass and lead guitar. And we got some beautiful finger picking on the guitar by Julian, you know. So definitely give it a listen.
We have 2 music videos out on YouTube right now. John Denver and Man Over Space. I think the main audience that we appeal toward is good people.
We try to stay away from like the haters and negative people, all the, you know, but we don't care who you are as long as you're nice and, you know, bring good vibes and respectful. We love playing backyard shows in Central Park, and we also have played the Constellation Room at the observatory. We're working on getting a tour van, so buy our CD so we could hit the road, show everyone what we got.
So our next show, November 25th, it's a Saturday night
At Central Park, Huntington Beach.
Be there.
Thanks, guys. If you like what you hear or want to check out the band, follow Orbit Symphony on Instagram and check them out on YouTube. Now here's Grace out in the field on the latest update in sports with field hockey.
With field hockey season coming to an end, we're here to interview some of the varsity players to see how they will be finishing up their season.
I think the greatest strengths of our team this year is that we work together really well and we pass really well together and we just have a lot of speed. Field hockey is an interesting sport because it's super unique in that it's not really like anything else on the West Coast. It has its own style and play. So far we're undefeated in league and things are looking bright. People should come out and watch our games because we're undefeated in league so far and we're probably going to take it.
And the next step is CIF championships.
Woo!
Make sure to come out to support girls field hockey this Monday, October 23rd at 3:15 p.m. at Westminster High School. Or come out this Thursday, October 26th at 3:15 p.m. versus Fountain Valley at HBHS. Whether you are a fan of soccer or hockey, you will surely enjoy this unique sport of field hockey.
Thanks, Grace. Looks like it's going to be a great season. If you want a great season of Campus Update, you can email some of your own ideas to hbhshalltalk@gmail.com, because God knows we're out of them. I'm Ian Westerbeck, and it's time to sign off. And remember, Oilers, I'm kind of a big deal. People know me.